It looks like former double champion Henry Cejudo will be getting what he wants after all, as he's just confirmed his fight against Aljamain Sterling as a done deal. Triple C had been eyeing a comeback for quite some time now, but he only wanted to do it for a UFC championship. Cejudo also told O'Malley to sit tight and wait for the victor between him and Sterling. Keep watching this video for more. First up, it's a done deal. As we wait for an official announcement from the UFC, both Henry Cejudo and his manager Ali Abdelaziz have confirmed a high-stakes fight against bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling.
He's gonna go to sleep. He's gonna tap.
Henry had been talking about a comeback for quite some time now, and if we're being honest, we didn't think this fight would end up happening. Sugar Sean O'Malley looked really impressive at UFC 280 when he defeated the legendary Peter Yan to extend his win streak and solidify his standing in the division. It was pretty obvious he was next in line for a shot at the bantamweight title, but what do you know? Cejudo sneaks up out of nowhere and secures a shot at gold. His manager Abdelaziz confirmed the fight with the guys over at MMA Underground, but if we're being honest, we're still not entirely sure it'll happen. I can't wait for my boy Triple C to come back. I like Aljo. I consider Aljo as a friend. Aljo is fighting Henry Cejudo. It's done. It's just, the UFC said it's done. He knows it's done. We're gonna wait for Uncle Dana to make an official announcement before we get too excited about this one. Mirror Fighting managed to get their hands on Cejudo, and he also confirmed that a deal has been made for a mega fight against Aljamain. It'll be a massive fight, no doubt about it. The UFC will mint a boatload of money, and it's probably what the fans want as well. But is it just a money fight? Next, nothing but a money fight? The bantamweight division is in a really weird spot right now. The champ Aljamain Sterling is on the sidelines, as he wants to spend a couple of months away from the fighting. Cejudo, on the other hand, has called out both Sterling and O'Malley prior to confirming his fight against the champ sometime in 2023. And
you should think a little more clearly, because if you're able to think a little more clearly, you're able to make more money.
Sugar? Well, when reporters asked him whether he wanted to fight Sterling or Cejudo, he shocked everyone by naming Marlon Vera. How was that shocking though? Well, look at it this way. He just beat Peter Yan at 280, and with no one else left in the division, he has a clear shot at the title. He could have even blocked Cejudo's way by playing a little chess and calling out Sterling for the bantamweight title. But nope, Sugar would much rather seek revenge against a former opponent than fight for the belt and rule the division. Henry also found it pretty offensive when O'Malley said he wasn't interested in fighting him and would rather take on Vera. But believe it or not, this is actually a really smart move by Sean. He's just waiting for Cejudo and Sterling to get done with their business. Whoever wins the fight will come to him themselves, putting him next in line for a shot at gold. And if he's able to register a W against Marlon, he'll also have his revenge. Oh, and luckily for O'Malley, Aljamain actually thinks he earned a shot at the title, unlike Cejudo, who's just using his excuse of vacating the belt as a reason for the matchup. Moving on, champion versus champion? You gotta hand it to Abdelaziz. He sure does know how to set up a fight and get people excited. And just like we said, Cejudo is claiming he's entitled to a championship fight because he vacated the belt. Abdelaziz is pushing that idea, calling it a champion versus champion fight, because Henry didn't exactly lose his belt to anyone. It's a cute tactic, and it'll probably get him the fight too, because he has a cult-like following with fans who would fill up the arena to watch him fight again. But at the same time, it's a little embarrassing how he has no title defenses for either of his championships. Triple C's commitment to the sport has also been a really big issue since he retired out of the blue. He's 35 now, and even if he does manage to win back the title, how long does he plan on staying at the UFC and defending it? Is he just going to pull off another stint by holding up the division as he negotiates a better contract with Uncle Dana? Ali Abdelaziz has been trying to clear this notion by claiming Cejudo will stick around no matter what the result. The former double champion also has plans to secure the bantamweight title and then move up to the 145 pounds division to have 3 belts to his name. We're loving the confidence, but again, he's 35 now, and whether he's able to compete against younger, more hungry fighters is very doubtful. Following up, sit pretty and wait. Sean O'Malley is playing a brilliant game right now. He doesn't have to do anything and he'll still get a shot at gold. Cejudo thinks it's a really smart strategy and has even advised him to sit pretty and wait as he settles his business with Aljamain Sterling. But did you know he thinks Sean would be making a huge mistake by taking a fight against Marlon Vera? Yep, the former double champion is a bit doubtful whether Suga has what it takes to beat Cejudo. If you ask us, we think it'll be a really good and entertaining fight. Both these gentlemen have some history, and it's always fun to watch that inside the octagon.
Now, we'll hear about...
Oh! Huge elbow from Cejudo! Marlon Cejudo Vera!
But Triple C thinks Sean lacks the fight IQ to secure a W against Vera. This is probably just him hitting back for when Sean said he has no interest in fighting him or Aljamain. Honestly, guys, we have nothing against any of these guys since they're class entertainers who have put on some jaw-dropping performances. But isn't Cejudo sort of stepping out of line here? He vacated his belt and retired from the UFC just because of money, and now he's dictating what Sean should do as he waits for a shot at the title? Unbelievable. O'Malley will have to fight Vera sooner or later, and it's better he gets done with it now while the division is held up by current champion Aljamain, who wants to take some time off from the game. Up next, the better fight. For everyone who thinks Sean is missing out by pushing for a fight against Marlon Vera, listen to what he had to say about Henry Cejudo. Now, we've already established the fact that Suga has a clear shot at the title, but the reason why he's going to let Aljamain and Henry battle it out is that he has a chance at getting the better fight. We're not trying to take anything away from Sterling here, but not only is Triple C a former UFC double champion, but he's also an Olympic gold medalist. He's a big name in the world of MMA, and O'Malley thinks getting a win over him would look much better on his resume. Call it a calculated risk or a gamble, but the 28-year-old thinks Henry has a pretty solid chance of taking the belt away from Sterling. And once that happens, we all know who Cejudo's going to come after next. Sean will be going up against a UFC legend, and if he's able to get a win, he'll solidify his ranking in the division and in the history books as well. If you ask us, we think it'll be a bigger fight than Henry versus the Funk Master. Think of it as the UFC's young blood against a legend. Fans will want to tune into that and watch history be made. Last but not least, what does Dana want? We've been talking an awful lot about what could happen, but it seems like we've forgotten the most important factor of all. What does Uncle Dana want? He's the boss after all, and he probably had some plans to rake in the money and top the popularity charts. But with what's going on right now, we have no idea how things will play out. Sean wants to fight Henry, but he wants Vera first. Aljamain wants to take a couple of months off, and Triple C is telling Sean not to fight anyone. Honestly speaking, Dana's probably going to come up with something no one can imagine, because like we said before, there's too much confusion in the division. It isn't like the other divisions where there's a clear idea of who should fight who. And it's also a little weird how Aljamain can hold up an entire division by taking a year off to relax. It's better we wait for an official announcement instead of trying to figure out what these fighters have going on between them. That's it from our side, folks. So, what do you think? Will Cejudo be able to defeat Sterling for the bantamweight title? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.